As the Greens had voted against her, they said they were waiting for James Hamilton's report. She's been cleared. She won't go down in the vote of no confidence later. So she's free now to look ahead 6 weeks hence to that Scottish parliamentary election in the hope, as I said, of gaining an outright majority that she will use to point to as an electoral mandate for a second referendum on Scottish independence.
Many thanks for that. Jonah Hull speaking to us there from Edinburgh. People in northwestern Colombia are cleaning up after heavy rains caused flooding across the region. This was the scene in the town of Dabeba after mudslides swept through early Monday. At least 185 homes and more than 50 businesses have been destroyed. There's also been serious damage to roads in the mountainous region. So far, there have been no deaths reported. Australian authorities are warning they may need to order more evacuations as heavy rains continue across the east coast. Hundreds of people were rescued and thousands more evacuated in the state of New South Wales. They're seeing their worst flooding in decades, with several places declared natural disaster areas. Nicola Gage sent this report from Pitt Town, which is west of Sydney.
Unrelenting rain hits already flooded regions in Australia's east. Some towns in the state of New South Wales now resemble islands, cut off by rising floodwaters and surrounded by debris. Those who didn't leave are stranded with no way out, including in Pitt Town, west of Sydney. Paul Zammit left in time but has been watching as floodwaters rise around his home. Fencing, tools and cars already lost.
It really is, it's an absolute disaster. I'm not kidding. I don't know how I'll afford it.
Next door is a building company, underwater, its owner already counting the costs.
It hasn't sunk in yet, but I feel pretty upset for ourselves and everybody else, I suppose, yeah.
The scale of this unfolding crisis is enormous. Thousands of people have been forced to leave their homes, many rescued by boat or helicopter, and areas declared natural disaster zones. Authorities say Sydney's largest dam will likely spill over for days, threatening highly populated areas.
People are using boats and kayaks to rescue animals and salvage anything they can from the floodwaters. The clean-up will be immense, and the damage bill is expected to tip into the billions of dollars.
Right now, the focus is on ensuring people and animals are safe. Rain is forecast to ease in the coming days, but the flood threat is expected to remain.
The strong warning we need to give people is please continue to be patient, because we envisage that even when the rain stops in some of these coastal communities, the rivers will keep rising.
People living in low-lying areas of New South Wales are no strangers to floods, but this one, many say, is unlike anything they've seen. Nicola Gage, Al Jazeera, Pitt Town.
At least 10 people have been killed in a shooting at a supermarket in the US state of Colorado. Police in Boulder City say an injured suspect is now in custody. One officer was among those killed.
We were at the checkout and shots just started going off, and I heard the first one shocked me, and the second one I knew for sure it was a shot, and I said, "Nicholas, get down," and Nicholas ducked, and we just started listening, and there was just repetitive shots, and then there was a brief pause, and I just said, "Nicholas, run."
Still coming on Al Jazeera. European sides try to navigate the